In the south of France, beneath snow-capped Pyrenees which bar the road to Spain, stands the ancient village of Prades. Since 1945, Prades has become a place of pilgrimage for musicians and music lovers from all over the world. They come here to visit and to study with the foremost cellist of our era, the great Spanish artist living in self-imposed exile, Pablo Casals.
With Pablo Casals is the young American cellist whom he feels will best carry on his musical ideals, his former student, Madeline Foley.
Every time you play it, it's different. The way you find variety time after time after time.
Well, it must be different. And how can be otherwise? Nature is so, and we are nature.
And you apply nature to the music.
Oh, to the music, but everything. Everything changes. You see one thing in a way, and some minutes after, you are different. So art is nature. Art is movement. Is color.
And your Bach changes constantly.
And also, our impressions of Bach or any music changes continuously. We find a beauty in a certain place that we didn't get before. And this is why everything is new. Everything is new. See, there are always new satisfactions and new joys because it is new. And it must be new.
Tell me, were you the first one to ever play those suites in public? The Bach suites?
Yes.
In their entirety?
Yes, I was the first, I think. Yes, because at that time, first of all, I pretend that I didn't understand what really Bach is. Even the greatest, even Mendelssohn and Schumann, who discovered Bach. You know that?
No, I didn't know.
Yes, yes. The big edition of Bach, the Gesellschaft, Bach. This one, yes. Well, this was Mendelssohn and Schumann who took had the enterprise of that. They discovered Bach. But I don't think that they really understand absolutely what Bach was. They thought that Bach was a great, great composer. Yes, certainly. But not in the profundity that Bach is. And I think that I have many proofs of that. Well, then, as I felt this way, I thought that every note of Bach had a meaning, a profound meaning. So this has to be heard.
Do you come from a musical family?
My father was the organist in Vendrell, the village where I was born. I was born in 1876. And my father was a musician by nature. And his piano playing was really of an artist. He was an artist. And his compositions were lovely, lovely. The melodies, naturally, but it was something like Schubert.
When did the cello come into your life?
Well, you know, at 6 I began violin. And I made very rapid progress. So I could play even difficult things very soon. And it happened that some traveling clowns came to my little town, and I loved one of their instruments. It was a pipe, long pipe with one string, and I loved that sound. And then I began to play violin this way. And my father said, no, you are going to play your violin in the natural way, and I am going to give you an instrument that you would like. And then my father, with the barber, his friend, they took a gourd and emptied it, see? And they put one string, and I could play that instrument this way. Wow. And I played the Ave Maria, Gounod.
One string.
Yes, the Serenade of Schubert, things like that. In one string, it was lovely. Well, but later, a cellist came to Vendrell with a violinist and a pianist. They gave a concert, and I loved the cello. And at that moment, I said, I want to play cello.
Made your debut when? In 1899, I believe.
1899, yes.
And you went to the United States.
And then I went to America.
When was the trio Corto Thibaut Casals founded?
Yeah, it was much later than that.
Much later.
Yeah, that we were great friends, and each one of us traveled much, but we complained that we couldn't be together because everyone was occupied. So we decided to have every year 1 month of trios. And it was a very successful trio. We played, well, everywhere in Europe. And you know the records.
Well, unfortunately, I was never lucky enough to hear you in person, but I do know the old recordings.
Old recordings, yes.
Oh, some of them are marvelous.
Yes.
The B-flat Schubert.
Yeah, well, I just received a bunch of those.
Your old record, will you play one for me?
Well, would you like to
Please.
hear?
Oh, I'd love it. Please, please.
Yeah, very, very amusing.
Oh, I know. I mean, the intonation is something unbelievable.
Well, and what about the modern music? Do you understand anything? You understand that?
This is hardly the same question.
Oh,
I mean,
no. I love that. I love that.
Well, tell me, when did you first start conducting?
Conducting? Oh, well, I think that I began all my life. I was, a little bit of child, and I liked to, and in the chorus, in the church, I used to conduct also, and yes.
And after that, you had, of course, your own orchestra.
Yes.
Years later.
Yes, in 2020. It was in 1920. Well, at the time, I thought that Barcelona, big city, would have a good orchestra. See? And I decided to work on it, and it was a great success. And I had the orchestra till the 36.
Till the war.
Till the war.
And what actually forced you to stop your orchestra? I mean, the...
Oh, well, oh yes, this is a very fine thing. Now, in July, 18th July, 36, we were rehearsing the Ninth Symphony. And at the middle of the final rehearsal, I received the order of quitting the hall, because at any moment, the forces of Franco that would attack Barcelona. I understood perfectly the situation, and I said to the orchestra and to the chorus, probably we shall not meet again. Would you like to finish the symphony? And a wonderful yes came, and we finished the symphony. It was wonderful.
And that was the last time?
This is the last time.
Do you still have that little manuscript?
Yes, I have it.
Oh, I'd love
Yes, oh, it's a treasure.
Didn't Mr. Bodmer give that to you?
Bodmer?
Bodmer.
Oh, yes.
Oh, he has a marvelous
collection, yes.
Oh, I've seen
well,
some of it.
Look. I love to see that. Well, this is the first idea of Beethoven for the Ninth Symphony. And look how funny and how wonderful. He intended to begin the symphony with a tremolo of timpani.
Oh,
you see?
Oh, yes.
Before attacking, tidim, padam, padam, padam. You see?
Yeah.
And look this note.
Da-da-da.
Triplet. It does, yes, it doesn't exist in the.
True.
And then the rhythm of the first boom, ba-bum, 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 that's the fear, you see? The first, in the clouds, you see?
Tiny little notes.
It's beautiful, yes.
Beautiful manuscript. Well, I'll bet that's one of the many great treasures that you have.
Yes, I have here Brahms and Haydn and Mozart.
All the original
autographs? Oh, yes, autographs, yes.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Well, they are my treasures, yes. My real treasures. That's good.
So you finished your rehearsal of the Ninth Symphony, but you did not leave Spain then. I mean,
Not yet. No, I didn't.
There was still one more year, wasn't it?
No. Well, I left my country in October for my concerts that I had in Europe.
October. This was what? 36.
36. Yes, 36. I went back to Barcelona 37 for 1 week. For 1 week. And I gave a concert for the starving children, and then the bombing began.
How did you happen to come to Prades? Why is it that...
Well, would you like me to say all this? Very long.
Well, it's quite all right.
Yeah, very well.
I mean, since the festivals have put Prades on the map.
Yes.
I mean, still today, I say, you come into the Prades Festival.
Yes.
But you mean Czechoslovakia? I say, no,
yes.
not Czechoslovakia.
Very well.
I mean, you put this town on the map. I want to know why you picked it.
Yes, but no, the situation was so sad, that I had some, I was a neurasthenic, got a neurasthenia in Paris. I was more than 1 month, everything closed. I didn't want to see the light. See, I was a wreck. Very well, one day came a friend of mine, a Catalan, and said, please, come to Catalonia. I said, Catalonia? What do you mean, Catalonia? Yes, Catalonia, French Catalonia. I said, well, you will see the sea, our sea, you will talk Catalan, you will say, and then this gave me some, and this is why I came to Prague.
But after the war, in 1945, you returned to the concert world with great triumph. I've read about it. I unfortunately wasn't here.
Great triumph from where?
From here to London, as I
London
understand.
and Paris. Well,
I don't know
you
about
see,
Paris.
I hadn't played in Paris or in London for so long that people received me very nicely, very cordially. To say the truth, people say that they never saw such a cordiality and such enthusiasm, etc., etc. I was very touched by it. Yes. Well, when I arrived to England, I thought that the Spanish question would have an end, because I had confidence in the Labour Party, who came to power. It was a great surprise to me that to see the press a kind of campaign favorable to Franco. I couldn't understand that. And I began to protest. I saw all the directors of the papers, the Times, the Telegraph, the Manchester Guardian, etc., etc. I refused many honors that they want to me. Now, to make it short, have you heard of that horrible word, à la mode, today in the political circles? That word, how is that?
À la mode?
No, à la mode, yes.
Well, I know.
Yes.
As far as I'm concerned, the expression à la mode, we use it in English as you use it in French. It means fashionable,
yes,
convenient.
Yes, yes.
I think in this sense, in Churchill's sense,
Yes,
it could have meant
yes,
expedient,
exactly. Yes,
necessary,
well,
the thing to do.
Yes. Well, the politics are based on that word.
À la mode.
No, realistic. And this is why Spain is so unhappy, because this word has been taken as a refuge to the politicians. Now, for me, and I think for every man of conscience, these words mean the exclusion of moral courage. Yes. The exclusion of justice, the exclusion of pity. And this is why I don't accept it, and this is why I have retired from my career and from this world so sad.
Well, unfortunately, there are reasons. They are not your reasons. They are military reasons.
Now, the people are confused when they see those strange things, things that cannot be explained. You see, and we are lost on account of that. So today, everything is possible. Every wrong thing is possible and accepted. And I don't accept it. That's all. And this is the situation. Now, for my poor country, we have only one hope. Is time and better reasoning for the responsible people. And for the moment, we have to console ourselves. You know that wonderful...
Nostalgia?
No? Yes, wonderful song that I have played that song in every concert since the war of my country. Now, I will play it again.
The National Broadcasting Company has presented a conversation with Pablo Casals. Mitka Casals' guest was Madeline Foley.